not right. I'm coming to you on 16 May 22. Time on deck is 19,400 hours Central Daylight Time, I believe. I can't see the time directly on my clock. So I'm getting mixed up because I was talking about something else that's occurring on the 19th, and it is, or in the previous video, and it is 1900 hours plus 40, about 7 or 8 minutes. My friends, we are in a peril. Things are getting really shaky and dicey right now overseas. Russia has moved 7 Iskander missile systems to the border with Finland. They were last spotted at 14.4 miles moving toward Finland. They're on their way there. The Iskander missile is a theater short-range ballistic missile capable of carrying nuclear missiles. It's also the basis of the crystal launcher that for hypersonic missiles that could be launched from a plane. Same missile motor, just redesigned for aircraft launch. So that Iskander is a very dangerous weapon system, and Russia has moved them to the Finnish border because Russia has told Finland that there will be consequences for them trying to join NATO, and they have applied to join NATO, although that process will take several months. And Turkey is saying nope, they're not going to approve it because Turkey has issues with the fact that Finland and Sweden have both harbored groups that Turkey considers to be terrorists. These are primarily, I believe, Kurdish people. And God bless the Kurdish because they've been picked on by everybody in the Mideast, it seems. The Kurds, as you know, are divided between Syria and Turkey and Iraq and Iran, and nobody gives them any quarter. I mean, they're in a lot of trouble. The Kurdish people are. They should be a country to themselves, but the British divided the Mideast just so that probably you would have more consternation within countries. Well, the Kurds have suffered mightily at the hands of the Turkish, and so have the Armenians. So Turkey has been a real, I don't know, sometimes they have not been the nicest players in the world. They are in our NATO alliance, but they are buying weapon systems from Russia and the United States. So they're playing both sides. Erdogan, wanted to set up his own little caliphate, but Erdogan is having economic problems too right now. So who knows where this is going to go. But in any event, it is a very concerning situation. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, bang the update notification bell, and click all, because I've got a lot of stuff to show you and tell you. And please consider, right now it's planting season still. It's not too late. You can go to True Leaf Market to get your seeds. Check my links and other videos. I haven't posted any, and may not get any videos posted with this link. Or right now, considering the risk of nuclear war, I would go to prepwithgreg.com and look at the specials we got for buying long-term food storage. Check it out, guys. Prepwithgreg.com. Okay, back to this. So these missiles are part of the threat posture that Russia's making. Would they use them? I don't know. There's been reports lately talking about 3 scenarios that Russia might use nukes, and several people, including some oligarchs, thinking that Vladimir Putin just might do it, that he might go for it. Now, what would he do? This scenario with Finland doesn't play into the 3 scenarios that most people are talking about. Most people are saying, well, he might do a test launch or a test detonation in the air, which is, we've not been doing air detonation since we've, signed the treaty against it in their own test range. Or they might do an air detonation over Ukraine, perhaps EMP in the country, or they might attack a military or civilian target in Ukraine. That's the third option, supposedly, with a tactical nuke, which might be, say, 1/10 to 1/100th the size, maybe, of the Hiroshima or Nagasaki bombs that we dropped in Japan, which will still be very devastating, which could have a fireball up to 70% the size of those detonations. Fireball size and yield are not a 1-to-1 correspondence. So bear in mind, this is we're in trying times. Now, a lot of people think Putin, his commanders won't go through with this. Might he decide to do something with, also the Kremlin and Putin have threatened both England and Finland over this move, in Sweden, especially Finland and England, because England had basically said they would back up the Nordic nations joining NATO, that if they were attacked, that Britain would back them up. Now, what does that mean? How far would they back them up? Would they go to full-fledged war with Russia? So that's what's going on there. So even if Finland or Sweden aren't NATO members and Russia attacks the UK in retribution for that, then NATO would be Article 5 in a war with Russia. Now, will these things happen? I don't know. I kind of doubt it would go to that level, but it could. Would Russia decide to retaliate against the United States? Oh, yeah, gosh almighty, there are reports now that American Special Force members have been killed and one or two captured by Russian soldiers that were involved directly in Ukraine. If so, this is going to really ratchet up the tensions between Russia and the United States. I checked Pravda, I checked TASS, and I checked Sputnik. These are three of the Russian newspaper sites I checked. I didn't see any reports there yet on this, so this is still in the rumor mills. I don't know if it's true. We'll be finding out something soon, because if it is, Russia will be ballyhooing really loudly about these events really soon, I would imagine. But so far I've not been sent. Maybe you guys have seen it. But I did do a double check, scanning some of my normal sources for that data. I've got some military sources I can check with later, maybe get some more data on that. But, you know, by the way, NATO is holding drills, in case you didn't know. NATO is holding drills in Estonia right now, today. They've already held them. And these are the biggest drills, maybe the biggest NATO drills or military drills ever held in Estonia. And there's, been something like 15,000 NATO troops there. Also, what can Finn do? What can Finland do? Finland can put on their border, maybe it's claimed up to 280,000 troops. If Russia wanted to invade Finland, they would have it cut out for them, considering how thin they're stretched, given their support of Ukraine, and probably the fact that they would want to maintain other borders, and they have troops on the Arctic Circle and in other places too. Russia supposedly has 800,000 troops available. I got to wonder if it's like their 20,000 tanks, which is probably only 3,000 operable, and another 3 that could be made operable with a lot of time, work, and money, which they may not have available to them at this point. So I don't believe that a lot of the Russian numbers are correct based on surveys and things that I've seen. So we shall see. If the number of tanks destroyed are on the order of 1,000 Russian tanks in Ukraine, then Russia may only have about 2,000 operable tanks at the moment. So they, how much of a conventional war can they put up right now? That's a good question in my mind. I don't know. And then again, they could be pulling a trick on us. They could be luring us all into an Austerlitz type scenario where they want everybody to think they're weak and then take NATO on with strength. At one time I thought that was plausible, that something's been suggested, but at this point I've really got to question that, because we've been long going in this Ukrainian conflict, and Russia's lost a lot. So I don't really think Russia would sacrifice that much to create an Austerlitz scenario. I really don't. Ukraine has suffered too. It's not, news media on this side makes it sound like Ukraine's winning. Well, Ukraine has pushed Russian troops back, but they have paid a mighty big price, and they're cut off from all kinds of supplies, and the people there are starving. The country's being wrecked. And if this war was to go on for a long time, they would be in a pickle. I don't know if they could sustain it, no matter if we are pumping $40 billion into Ukraine from American taxpayer money. As you know, I am thinking that we don't even have any business in NATO in the United States. So why are we even doing this stuff? I've talked about that in the past. Why are we defending NATO in the first place? When Europe has got a huge economy, all those countries there, they got 100 million more people than us, and why don't we have to put more American boots on the ground than there are European boots? That just don't make sense to me. But then, hey, that's me. So, a lot of things to be considered, my friends. So I'm going to end this video real quick, just kind of give you a look around here. Check this out. There's a little missile on this Bradley fighter here. Check that guy out. This is BF TOW. That's a TOW missile. You may remember the TOW missile. I like this one. This is a pretty one. It's a single missile launcher. The HIMARS. Oh, here's a multiple launch rocket system here. And on the Jeep on the other side, you'll find the Avenger, which was developed by, I think, Boeing and Huntsville, I think the Avenger was. This is MLRS. Very highly deployed American rocket missile system. That's your Avenger right there. And I think this is another TOW up here. Yeah, this is a TOW. ITAS. Okay, it's a TOW. It's a von Braun complex back there through those trees. This is the program office for missiles in space here. And there is a Redstone rocket on the other side of that flagpole over there. Maybe as I go to my car you can see it. This is the advantage of working at a NASA center on an Army base. is I get a lot of neat crops. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the redstone rocket too much. The trees have got it blocked. There's one hiding back there. Hiding redstone. If it was painted green and camo, would you be able to see it? Redstone rocket behind the tree. All right, guys. Flags are flying at half staff for what's reputed to be the number of cases of the crud bug that passed away. All right, let me turn the video around. I'm gonna sit in the car for a second and check the messages, and we're gonna hit the road. I gotta get back to the house. Lots of things to do, but gotta work on for my own self now. Get back to the house and work on the worm ranch. You know, it's kind of late. Alrighty, that's what everybody's saying here. 106 in the room. Thank you guys, but only 50 thumbs up. All right, guys, help me out, guys. 109 in the room. Lisa Bradley. 210. Hello to you guys. 5x5, so you're reading me good. That's good to know. Still Roz, Sassafras Red. You know, I could stand here where y'all can at least see the rockets behind me while I'm reading, right? Sat in the car to read this stuff. Let's give y'all a better view, right? Anyway, so here we are. Man, I wish I could get some good news. Well, hey, sunshine today. Spring is here. You can plant a garden. There are some good news. Babies are being born. Baby birds are hatching out. There's some good things going on. Sassafras. And hey, I got a lot of sassafras on my place. American Pritchett. Good info and update. I'm glad you like it. All right. Evening GG and everyone in chat says new days. Ethan, Elton, how you doing? Oh, you're bent. Sassafras says he's Brent. Yeah, this is my backyard. Everybody have a backyard like that? I watch and learn a lot from your birdie shows. All right, Katie, let's see. Garden shows. Okay, gotcha. Glenn, hello. Any worm farmers in the chat? Hey, you got one right here. Are you a worm farmer? All right, so Glenn, are you a worm farmer also? And the world shortage on diesel fuel. Oh yeah, diesel fuel. Guys, we're going to be in a big snafu. Diesel fuel is not only used to ship goods and keep our supply chain going, but it's used to grow crops. Holy smoke, guys, what are we going to do? Make some biodiesel. Pa is going to flip red tomorrow. Now what is red there, Jacob? Lisa Bradley, I don't know about Russia fuel, but we are running out of diesel. Yeah, we are. I'm not a worm farmer, but I'm a good friend of the owners of the world's biggest tractor. It's bigger than a 747. Holy smoke. How much land does it move? Wilkes Farm on YouTube. I'll have to check that out. Wilkes Farm. I got to see that tractor. So our Army stops, but they got diesel. Well, we do have our own national fuel reserve and things for our military. Oh, I see. I see what you call him, Paul. Yeah, you got it, Jacob. Now, he ain't my Paul. They're not doing anything except lining their pockets. War is lucrative. Well, they say all wars are banker wars, guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's too much of that. I hate politicians calling farmers dumb. No kidding. You got to know a lot to be a farmer. Missiles in space. Is that legal? Well, no, we're not supposed to have weapons of mass destruction in space, but anything that's in space is almost a weapon of mass destruction, just given the velocity that it can travel at. All right, thumbs up or clicking up now. Appreciate that, guys. We need more to help with algorithms. And thank you there, Zach. Rooster says, laughing, I guess. It's all about money. They get 0 F's whether your family has food. Yeah, they don't care about our families. That's why we got to take care of ourselves, guys. Hey, Greg, do you think a trip from Huntsville to Orlando is wise, leaving today with 5 grandkids? Well, if you can get fuel. I hope you're not driving a diesel. Yeah, there's always risk at any time that we could have war, we could get EMP'd. If you're out, you might get stranded. But I got a daughter in Alaska. Yeah, so, you know, gosh, let's hope that things keep going for a little while. I think it's going to take a little bit for things to build up. But if it goes really bad, but I could be wrong. Things could go, sometimes things happen fast. Grow worms for my own purposes. Okay, Lois, that's good to know, Lois. Very good. My chickens are worm hunters. I bet. Good morning from England. It's 2 a.m. there. Hey, Ernie, how you doing? Mother Earth, I love this man. He brings sanity to the crazy world. I try to, Mother Earth. I really do. You know, I'm telling you what's bad so you'll just know to get ready. But we hope and pray that these things don't come to pass. And sometimes you got to understand what's happening just so you can pray it away, right? There we go. Beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. There's always something to be thankful for. More concerned about Taiwan right now. Yeah, China is really salivating to do something with Taiwan. So I could have done an article on that just as easy. All right, thank you, Frozen, for asking people to hit the thumbs up. That's why I bought some more Raytheon stocks. Well, drops, you know, right now, that's where the money's at. Well, if you're buying stocks in war companies, you probably are at least got a safe investment. A lot better than Bitcoin right now. Although Bitcoin's probably about to bottom out, maybe. Some people think it's going to zero. I was reading they're opening up the bases in Alaska again. Well, they had just temporarily closed Fort Greely down and reopened it as a missile defense base. You know, that's where a ground-based interceptor is at. You know, it was my last duty station. I kind of hate to think my last duty station is one of the #1 nuclear targets today. It's real beautiful there. Hope it never gets hit. Wise Al's in the house. Hey, Wise Al. Good evening. Frozen World. Oh, Dr. G-Man. There we are. Dr. G-Man's place. Hey, Dr. G-Man, I got your logo right here. Space Force. That's his logo. All right, guys, I have a bad feeling about how hot it's going to be in Texas. Oh, my gosh, and yeah, and they've already shut down 6 power plants. That's nuts, right? Are you visiting the fort? This is where I work, guys. Raytheon's and Martin. Yeah, NASA Marshall Space Flight Center is located on the Redstone Arsenal Army base where they develop missiles. So if I'm talking missiles, I'm at a missile center. I'm in the Rocket City, by the way, guys. We were planting some trees and found some healthy looking worms. There you go. I'm close to Fort Greely. Are you? Where are you at, Don? How close are you to Fort Greely? I lived on Fort Greely for 2 years. My daughter is in Alaska right now, my youngest daughter. She's visiting a friend. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Runs with Scissors. Thank you so much. I'm not getting many of those lately for live chats. It makes me kind of wonder if I should do them. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, we're about to end this video. I want to thank everybody that's in the room. I want to thank all the mods for helping keep it clean. Willow, with property in Delta Junction. Oh, Delta Junction is right next door to Fort Greely. Willow's a little further down. You know, one time was proposed to be the state capital of Alaska, and I think that's where Sarah Palin lives, or did live, or something like that once upon a time. But Willow was at one time intended to be the capital of Alaska, but Alaska decided it just cost too much money to move from Juneau. It was more central, and so Alaska liked the idea of, you know, because the Panhandle, where Juneau's at, so far away. It'd be like you're living in Ohio and your state capital is in Miami, something like that. You know what I mean? And that's just if you're in the middle of Alaska. You know, Alaska used to spread 4 time zones, but they combined them into one. Alaska is a huge state. Huge. Beautiful. But anyway, let's see. Oh, I own property. Capital was to be built on. Did you buy it before? Well, I know one time that property escalated in price and the price crashed on it. $20, 8 miles of the road. $2 equals 8 miles on the road. Oh, that's the gas cost. Okay, fuel cost. $2 buys you 8 miles. Not in my truck. I only get 6 miles a gallon in Betsy Blue. Don Burge, I own property cap. Okay, I already read that. I have a slug invasion. Uh-oh. Yeah, you need to get some diatomaceous earth or some salt. I'd say diatomaceous earth. Probably the best thing for you there. Anyway, I want to buckle up here. We're going to call it a day here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. I appreciate Runs with Scissors for the super chat and all the thumbs up, everyone. Appreciate that. Hello, young man. How are you, says City Man? We're about to go here. So check out the video. Watch it in replay. And I'm doing, you know, I'm doing fair to middling, which if you didn't know, are grades of hog meat. All right, everybody, y'all take care and have an awesome Monday night. Bye-bye. Rig out.